Hi everyone, my name's Will and just going to do a little bit of detecting this evening for an hour or two. It's a beautiful Friday evening in July, wonderful weather, and I've got a new permission from the farmer who's very kindly said I can go on his field. We'll have a quick look. If you have a look, it's a nice field. It's probably about 40 acres in total. Yeah, it's in stubble at the moment, but to be honest with you, it is July. The farmers have managed to get the harvesting done earlier and on time this year, which is good news. Can't do this bit because this bit's set aside. You're not supposed to do the verges, so we better stick to the rules there. But I thought we'd have a little go on the stubble. Got no idea what this field's going to be like, so I'm just going to have a basic wander around and we'll see what we can find. I'll be using my dais and my little spade there, so I'm just going to have a little explore and see what potential the field has really. See what it's got in there. Okay, we've got our first signal. Not a brilliant signal, but let's dig up and see what we've got there. I don't think it's a coin, but could well be a cartridge cap. We'll have a look. Yeah, every dais owner's favourite enemy, piece of coke. I mean, I've been using it for a year and I still get caught out by coke occasionally, so better to dig it because you never know, it could be something good. Keep on going. Okay, sweeter sound this time, so we'll have a look and see what that is because that sounds more promising. Just get the old pro pointer in there. Right, let's do a bit deeper. Okay, what have we got here? I don't think it's anything of any great importance. It looks like a ring off a pipe or something, but I could be wrong. You never know until you get it home and clean it really. Difficult to tell whether that's new or old. Let's have a look. I think I'm going to be sceptical and say it's a bit of piping, but I'll get it back. I'm going to have a look a little bit deeper. Okay, this gave a really scratchy signal to start with. I dug it anyway, so slightly better now, better signal. We'll see what we got there. Let's have a look. Get the old pro pointer out. Beautiful evening. I mean, you've got the combines harvesting in the distance. That's half the part of detecting, isn't it? Getting out. Alright, what have we got here? Something fairly substantial. Interesting. Don't think it's a lump of lead. Going off the screen a bit. Bronze item of some type. I'll just give it a quick clean a minute. Right, another interesting thing. Appears to be made out of bronze. Got no idea at this time till I get it home and clean it up with a toothbrush. It almost looks to me like 3 old coins welded together. Like the bottom one there curled over, either welded together, sorry, going off the camera a bit there, or somehow all fused together. So I'll get that back and give it a clean, but put it in the light there because the sun's setting a bit. Interesting find nonetheless. Okay, another scratchy signal. That when we got it out, sounds a little bit better. Not much of a reading, but to be honest, I don't really go by the readings. I go by the noise, obviously, the sounds, tones. Let's see what that is. Oh. It's obviously quite small. Very small, I should think. There it is, something tiny. Good. Interesting. Again, a really small bar with 3 notches on it. Got 3 notches there. Don't know how well that should focus in. Looks like a keyway. Although, why would it have the 3 notches? Not sure again how old that is. Something else worth looking into. But a nice little find anyway. Okay, this signal came blasting through. Sounds a bit like a shotgun cartridge cap, so let's see what we've got. Right. There we go. Oh no, little button. There you go. That's all well. Let's move on to the next target. Interesting signal. Again, I don't think it's a coin, but could be wrong actually. Let's see what that is. Ah well, just a bit of a can. Pretty deep, but they often do get deep, but it was just a partial bit of one. Never mind, let's keep going. Okay, just dug this piece up. Gave a low VDI number. Quite interesting. A little bit shiny there. I thought it was just a piece of a scrap ring, but it might be something more. It's got a bit of a green tinge to it, and with that shine, I'll have to test it when I get it home. But never know, could be silver. Probably not. But again, it's difficult to tell. Again, it could be quite old actually. And I think again that will be an interesting thing to investigate further. Okay, it's quite loud and quite close to the surface, so it's got to be worth a look. Typical, looks like the rest of that can that was about earlier. Never mind, chuck it away when I get home. Just picked this one up. It's bronze type material. It's not lead or anything. You can see it's got a definite line down the middle there. But goodness knows exactly what it is. Another one to research more. If anyone knows, send me a message, etc. Let me know if you think you know what it is. Really interesting. It's getting a little dark now, so I don't know how well clearly you can see this, but we've just got a bit of a signal, and this looks like a nice little hammerhead coming up through. Looking at that, yeah, there you go. Not bad nick either. Just let it focus a bit there. So I would say, there you are, just let the camera focus, as you can see. Nice little hammered coin. Excellent, that's why we do this kind of thing. I've been out here for about an hour now, and really pleased to bring that one up. Sun's nearly, well, the sun set about 15 minutes ago, so I'm going to have to pack up in a minute. But that makes the trip definitely worthwhile with those other interesting items. Okay, I'm packing up now because it is, well, pretty dark, and camera's making up some backlight compensation for it. But what we found then for searching just over an hour, we've got that interesting thing I first found. Take that on back and get it looked at. Is it? I don't know if it is a piece of pipe or if it's something slightly older. Camera's gonna have a bit of trouble focusing on that now in this light. We've got what we thought were 2 or 3 coins, something bronze, all welded together. A couple of bits of lead I found. That interesting piece of bronze there with the marking on it. This piece here, is it just a normal piece of steel ring? I'd have thought it would have rusted, and it has got a bit of a green tinge to it, so we'll look at that further. There was a button I found earlier, piece of triangular copper by the look of it, probably part of an old horse mount. That bar with the notches on, probably a piece of machinery, and of course that nice little hammered, which makes it all worthwhile really. That's coming into focus quite well. I don't know, I'm not an expert on hammered coins, don't tend to find many of them, to be honest, but if anyone can tell me who that is, I'd be most grateful. So yes, I'll show the farmer, and I think we'll be coming back here because I think it's a field definitely worth doing, and considering we were on stubble, so losing 3 or 4 or 5 inches all the time, when it gets cultivated, I'll definitely be doing some more.